Greetings, everyone, and good morning. It's morning right now. Um, my name is Arturo, and I will be recording the first session planned that I have. The idea is that this recording will be for the people that were not able to join the class. Normally, I don't do this, but the thing is that not many people joined the class where it was enough for me to give it. It was just one person, so she decided to come to the presential class better. And then I'm going to make this recording for you so you can learn what we're going to see during the course of the, the weeks that we're going to have here, this conversational club. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. And let's get through it. Okay. So, English Conversation Club. Welcome to the club. Enjoy a dynamic learning style different from a conventional school. Basically, what we're going to have the topics and maybe not just the topics, but also the activities are going to be pretty different to what you see in a regular school. We're going to try to make different things where you find them a little bit more entertaining, fun, and in that case, that will allow us for you to basically feel more comfortable during it. Not make you feel that you are in a class, but more like you're having an activity. The next is learn vocabulary outside your comfort zone with practical activities that will allow you to communicate your own ideas. So we all know this. There's always vocabulary that you know more. Let's say if I am a server, of course I'm gonna know a lot about food, a lot about preparations. If I work in finance, of course I'm gonna be able to talk a lot about numbers, about loans, about debt, about different specific words. But that's the thing. I just learn what it's in my expertise area, no? And the idea of this conversation club is to expand that zone for you. It's basically while you learn more vocabulary, you're also able to communicate about way more topics. That's the idea. The next is improve speaking skills, whether by gaining more confidence or by learning new vocabulary and grammar. The focus of this club, as the name implies, will be conversation. Speaking, speaking, speaking. All of you that decided to enter this conversational club, you might have a decent level where you are able to express your ideas, but maybe you are still struggling a bit. That's why I decided to make this a conversational club, so you have a space where you feel comfortable to speak. Let's take a look at the topics. We're going to have 12 different topics. And the first one will be idioms. No? Discover the world of idioms and learn in which context they can be used. Learn how to clarify information when needed and how to make it in a polite way. Now, idioms, for you that might not know, is not the same that languages. Okay, it's not the same than languages. These are two totally different things. Languages is like Spanish, French, English, whatever, Japanese, whatever. Idioms are a totally different thing. Just to give you one example, my favorite idiom is it's raining cats and dogs. That's my favorite idiom. And it doesn't mean literally that it's like cats and dogs in the sky. Of course not. That never happens. But what it means is that it's raining a lot, raining heavily. So that's the idea with idioms. These are basically expressions that we use that have a different meaning. No, that's basically the idea. Maybe during the class you will be able to learn more about this. Job responsibilities. Learn how to explain in detail what's needed for your job. Identify how to explain key tasks. Now, this is going to be a focus not only on saying, oh, I'm a teacher. That's it. No, it's also going to be about what you must do, what you have to do, and the things that you require for this position, maybe the profile. Also, we're going to talk about our perspective. This is one of my favorite activities. Every time we have this class, it's always a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to it. Number three, my preferences. Learn how to express your preferences and compare them to similar options. Learn how to give recommendations. So, when we're talking about preferences, this is very interesting because a lot of the times we are very used to saying, oh, I like this. Oh, I like this. Oh, but you know what? I think this is better. But for some of us, it's very difficult to explain why. You know, why did you like it? Or let's say you have option A or option B. Why did you like one thing over the other? Let's say I'm talking about Coke and Pepsi. Why do you prefer Coke? Or maybe if you're a psycho, why do you prefer Pepsi? Why? And but that's the idea. It's not just saying what you like, it's going a little bit deeper and be able to express it. Number four, hobbies and skills. Talk about what you do on your free time and activities in which you are skilled. Talk about the challenges that come with learning something new. Hobbies and skills, this is a lot about the struggles, when the things that you have learned, the things that you have tried, the things that you have done. It's going to be a great topic to practice some specific grammar that I already used. And I think also speaking about your hobbies is always very fun. This is one of those things that a lot of people um, can spend hours speaking about their favorite hobby. And skills maybe is for some things that you do not enjoy that much, but you're good at. Maybe you're good, you're skilled. So it's also very important to talk about that. Normally they are connected, so yeah. Number five, shopping and finance. Learn a vocabulary related to the world of finance. Talk about your economic habits and the marketing influence. So this is going to be a topic all about your shopping habits, about your finances, about credit, about debt, about giving your opinion. This is a very straightforward class. We're going to try to cover as much as we can in the world of finances, of course, is very, very extensive. So we might focus maybe just on personal finance, which is a topic that is very interesting. And there you're going to find vocabulary that's also useful for the rest of the finance area. Number six, pop culture. Learn to share your point of view about what's trending. Learn how to describe and talk about other people practicing with the celebrities. So, pop culture is here. Basically, what's pop culture is popular culture. And the idea is that we are going to talk about celebrities because this will allow us to practice how to speak about other people. It's not just because we want to gossip, but it's also fun. We can do that. Um, but it's mostly because a lot of the times we always focus on, oh, I like, I prefer, I. It's always like a lot of I. And we sometimes forget about um, describing or talking about other people. That's when it's going to come very handy. Seven, social media and technology. Learn vocabulary to give instructions on how to use mobile devices, learn vocabulary about how to interact on the internet with other people. So, social media and technology, this is a class that we, depending on the people, we can have to focus. Maybe we can focus on how to use the technology, how to give instructions on mobile devices, but we can also have the focus of talking about social media, about the vocabulary of marketing, of maybe the different features that a platform has, the risks, the advantages. There's always a lot to cover, the content that you're able to see, and why Twitter is very toxic. This is also a good, is very related to this. Number 8, friendship and relationship. Learn how to talk about your closest ones, learn to express the qualities of those around you, talk about your friends and acquaintances, tastes, and hobbies. So, similar to pop culture, we're going to talk about other people. But here in friendship and relationship, we're going to talk about others, like about your friends, about your couple, about your partner. And we're going to be able to basically describe some of the, it's not skills, it's, what is the word? Some of the feelings, some of the virtues that a person has, what they are worth for, what is way more worth for you when it comes to personality traits, when it comes to values. Yeah, that was the word, the values. Yeah, and basically describing, like, for you, for example, what is a good friend? Being able to express what you look for in a friendship or a relationship. Customer service. Learn how to identify frequently asked questions and complaints. Practice how you would solve a difficult situation with politeness in different customer service contexts. So, customer service is something that we do a lot of here in hospitality. Is something that maybe some of you do every day. Not all of us, but it's something that is very important to know how to express things so they don't sound very tough or rough or rude. You want to make these words sound soft and polite. You want them to feel like you're calm, and that is a skill. It's not very easy, especially when you are in the heat of a conversation. So we're gonna practice a little bit of that. Giving directions, learn how to give complex directions and give place references. Practice in different contexts of hospitality. So in this case, how to give directions. This is something that is difficult in Spanish for a lot of people because they don't know how to place themselves. They don't have this spatial awareness, which is definitely a thing. So if you're bad for giving directions in Spanish, and maybe you can learn a couple tricks on how to give directions, both in English and Spanish. And number 11, work cuisines. Learn how to talk about the different kinds of food around the world, describe meals in a more detailed way, talk about your personal taste. So, work cuisines, you know, speaking about food, there is a category of describing food that is very deep. Like, if you truly want to explain a dish, there's so many things that you can do. You can talk about texture, you can talk about the taste, you can talk about the preparations, about the ingredients, about the storytelling, where what is the story, it was made by my grandma or something. There's just so many things when it comes to describing a meal that we're gonna try to tackle most of them. Then number 12, travel and leisure. Describe activities that can be done only in certain places. Learn vocabulary to describe places of interest. Learn to describe experiences about past trip. So that's travel and leisure. This is going to be our class two. Have all of this vocabulary about travel, about activities, about recommendations, about telling stories, and talk about the places that you have visited, how to describe a place to make it more attractive, to make it more, maybe not attractive, but what I think is like when you hear about that, you want to go there. No, more inviting. That's the word. To make places more inviting. How can I describe Puerto Vallarta? How can I describe Sayulita, San Pancho? These places that maybe for you are not good to go to enjoy and have a good time, but maybe for tourists, maybe some of them are looking for what these towns can offer and how you can describe the activities and the places. And yeah, basically, those were the topics. Thank you very much for being here. Once again, this is basically a recording um, because yeah, I didn't want you to miss the topics. I hope I didn't speak very fast. I hope it was understandable. I think I'm gonna try to upload this to YouTube, so maybe you can enable the captions so you can listen to me. I think that's gonna be able to to make it more understandable and easier to get, so to digest. So yeah, basically that was it. It was a pleasure. Remember, teacher Arturo, peace.